Hush, yeah, I hear them coming. We'll hide it till we're safe. Just hold tight to me until they found.
Hello, Awaken, welcome to your weekly video blog. If you're not familiar, this is a video blog where I talk mostly about news of our guild Awaken. If you're not familiar with Awaken, then I suggest you visit our blog in the link down below. Unless you are watching this on the blog, in that case there's no need for a link, just look around. We have a new mumble server thanks to Bonekiller who has set it up for us. The new details are on guild info. And why did we change server? Well, we were using a server that wasn't ours, it was just empty and we kinda went in there and kept using it. But the owners, well, they came back and now they want their server back, so we were kicked. Yeah. But this server now is ours, so there shouldn't be a problem like that anymore. In other news, Bruno doesn't want to get interviewed. In fact, I have recorded the exact moment where he said he didn't want, so let's watch it.
Bruno, can I interview you?
More like torture.
Can I interview you?
No.
Really, is that your final answer? Do I have to change the person? Well, is it?
I answered that a long time ago.
Okay, I'll change it
Till I
first.
find it away.
Guys, Bruno doesn't want to be interviewed.
Lame.
Lame.
You can't decline getting interviewed. I even fucking bought a webcam for mine. For fuck's sake, you big chinny. Sit up and take it.
You can pull.
Can we not put a cry video or something up instead of that?
Cry video.
Crazy.
It's just some kid that's crying and we call it Bruno's interview.
So we need to pick another person to interview. Leave your comments below saying who do you want me to interview next. And let's hope that person doesn't say no. We've been using the guild calendar for a while now, and since everyone keeps asking me when does Flame reset, when does Flame reset, well, I figured might as well put it on the calendar. So now you don't need to ask me anymore, you can just go on the calendar, check it out, it's right there. And the last thing I want to talk about in this news segment is fishing again. I feel that there are only 2 to 3 people fishing, which makes it very, very tough and a very heavy job for them. And well, let's do some math. Let's assume for a moment that we only have 10 raiders, which we don't. We have way more than 10 raiders, alright? And on each progress day we usually eat around 20 fish feasts, which makes 120 fish total per each raid. And assuming we are going to do 3 progress raids every week, that would be a total of 360 fish every week. Now, these 2 or 3 people there have been fishing around, which is me, plus Itanak. Itanak does a good job, and Bone sometimes fishes as well. These are the main 3 guys that fish. Let's imagine there's only the 3 of us fishing. We have to fish 360 fish every week. That's like 120 fish each every week. Now let's assume the 10 raiders we have, which we don't. We have more than 10, but let's assume we just have 10. Let's assume everyone fishes 360 fish per week. That makes just 36 fish for each one of you each week. That's like 30 minutes fishing. Instead of us fishing 4, 5, 6 hours maybe. If everyone just fishes, we just need to spend half an hour every week. I'm not saying every day, attention. I'm just saying every week you spend half an hour fishing. Now, I hate taxes. I hate guilds that have this tax thingy like you must deposit gold and you must deposit this and that every week. I really hate that. Loads of guilds have that, so you might be familiar with it. You probably have been in other guilds in the past. So since I hate that, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna make you deposit fish every week. Some people say I should, but I don't like it. I really don't like it, so I'm not gonna put this in our guild. But I do want you to understand how important this is. I mean, you're saving someone from spending 6 hours fishing, which is the most boring thing in the world, by spending 30 minutes on it. I mean, if everyone does it, it's just so great. Yeah. And I mean, you don't even have to level up fishing. You can go just fish on level 1 fishing, because you don't need to level up fishing anymore. If you are fishing on a school, highland guppies and phantom eels, for example, which are 2 other fish that we need, you can just go on level 1 and fish them up. The only fish that you need some skill to fish is the lava-scaled catfish. But, well, there are some fishers on the guild that have leveled up, so they can take care of that. If you haven't leveled up fishing, then it's a good chance to help us out while leveling up. And you also get paid from depositing the fish on the guild bank. I mean, this is a win-win situation. And yeah, I just think people slack on it because they get the fish every raid and they just take it as granted. But the people working behind it are working very hard, too hard for it. I mean, there's no need to spend so much time fishing because everyone should be healthy, really. So yeah, just write that somewhere inside your mind where you have some space. 36 fish every week doesn't cost that much. But enough about that, let's move to Progress or Wipe. As expected, Majordomo Staghelm died on Sunday and has promised. The kill video features 2 points of view, mine as usual and Anossis, who was a boomkin on that fight. Speaking of which, some people have told me that they would like to have their points of view included in the kills, but they don't know how to compress a video. Like I said, it would be necessary on the last video blog. So I'm gonna make a quick poll, 1 week poll, for that specifically, to see how many people actually want to get their point of view in their kills, but don't know how to compress their videos. And if we get some people, well, I might make a video explaining how to compress videos. By the way, the last poll's result, correct answer was number 3, in case you don't know. Also, we've been progressing on Ragnaros, but we seem to be stuck on phase 2. Now, there are loads of videos out there saying there are different tactics to do this, different ways. But the most important thing for each and every one of you is to understand how Ragnaros abilities work on phase 2. That way we can adapt to any of those tactics very fast. So here's how phase 2 works. Ragnar still has the Sulphur Smash ability from phase 1, so you have to keep watching out for that smash and the lava waves that come out of it. He also summons some molten seeds, which spawn at each player's feet, and when they spawn they do damage. These are avoidable if you move right before they spawn. Deadly boss mods and big wigs have a timer for it, so just keep an eye on that and move right before they spawn. After they spawn, they explode after a while. The closest you are to the seed, the more damage it does, so we need to create some distance between us and them. And after the explosion, the ants come and we weed them down. There's also another ability called Engulfing Flames, which covers 1/3 of the room with fire. Now these are all very simple abilities, but they can be very deadly if they come together, so you have to keep all 3 abilities in mind when phase 2 comes. So keep in mind Sulphur Smash, Molten Seeds, followed by Explosion and Ants, and the Engulfing Flames. Keep these 3 in mind. Even though you are avoiding one of these abilities, another one might come on top of it, and that's usually what kills us. Then we'll worry about transition and phase 3, but meanwhile, try to learn as much as you can about phase 2, so we can move on. This week's Miss Achievement reward goes to Jutra for the achievement The Diplomat, which is described as raise your reputation level from unfriendly to exalted with Timbermore Holds, Sporagar and the Maga. I don't know how to say Maga, am I saying that right? Maybe. This achievement will eat your life away. It's a very time consuming achievement. It requires that you go to Exalted with these 3 factions, so you can get 25 achievement points and the title The Diplomat. Congratulations Jutra, you are this week's Miss Achievement! And with nothing else to say, I bid you farewell. Don't forget to like and favorite this video and subscribe to my channel. Take care everyone, see you next week.